What's good, guys? It's your girl Frisk Me Good, your favorite fashion designer and fashion icon. And welcome back to my channel where we talk all things fashion. So today we're going to be continuing my new series where we talk about iconic fashion brands that made a significant impact on pop culture. In this series, we explore the rise, the fall, or the comeback of fashion empires that made a significant mark on fashion history. What's the first brand that comes to mind when you think Hypebeast? For me, the first image that pops up immediately in my head is Bathing Ape's infamous shark hoodies. When I was coming up, only the freshest people owned BAPE. Whether you had the hoodie, a t-shirt, or even a pair of the shoes, just owning the brand automatically secured your Hypebeast status, and it still does. In this episode, we'll be exploring how Bathing Ape defined an era by reshaping the Hypebeast revolution and how they became one of the most recognizable streetwear brands in pop culture. And also today, I am wearing a special outfit dedicated to today's episode that I actually upcycled using a BAPE duffel bag, and it's so fire. Anyway, let's get into it.
What's up, bro? NIGO です。かつ全般かいろいろ何でも家具でも街を歩いててコンビニのね看板でも何でもすごくインスピレーションを受ける。ほらファッションってハイエンドとかハイファッションとストリートがあって、ストリートでもダントツやっぱり一番だし一番だって思ってるし自分でも。
It all began in the bustling streets of Tokyo, Japan back in 1993. A visionary named NIGO, whose real name is Tomoaki Nagao, founded BAPE. As a young teen, NIGO discovered his love of hip-hop music and fashion in record shops in the heart of Tokyo. He drew major inspiration from artists at the time, such as Public Enemy, LL Cool J, and the Beastie Boys. After working as an editor and stylist at Popeye magazine, the devout hip-hop addict quickly submersed himself in the music scene and found himself at nightclubs while in college. There, he would make connections that would help him set the stage for his future fashion endeavors. Later that year, NIGO met a young Jun Takahashi, who would later go on to found Undercover. And around this time, NIGO befriended Hiroshi Fujiwara. Together, the friends would go on to establish the fashion boutique Nowhere in 1993. The niche Japanese streetwear boutique was a mixture of imported American streetwear and sportswear, and it quickly established itself as an early innovator in the Yura Harajuku scene of the early 90s. The underground scene during the early 90s was heavily influenced by the mixture of various American clothing styles. During that time, Nowhere was in full swing, and a Bathing Ape clothing line came into fruition when NIGO's friend and collaborator Skate Thing, otherwise known as Shinichiro Nakamura, joined forces and created the brand. And after an intense 5-hour Planet of the Apes marathon together, Skate Thing came up with the name and the inspiration for a Bathing Ape's iconic logo. The term Bathing Ape refers to the Japanese idiom, a bathing ape in lukewarm water. The phrase is used to describe somebody who overindulges, making it an almost tongue-in-cheek reference to the hyper-consumptive youth that would eventually form the cornerstone of the brand. BAPE began with producing about 50 screen-printed t-shirts a week. NIGO would sell about half of his designs and give the other half to local Tokyo natives to generate hype about their streetwear brand. The original reason for BAPE's scarcity was arguably one of financial necessity. NIGO started out on a tight budget and could only afford to produce around 50 t-shirts a week. He also disliked the idea of everyone wearing the same thing. BAPE quickly became a cultural tastemaker in Tokyo and nearby areas of Japan, solely through word of mouth. And by 1998, the brand was stocked in around 40 locations across Japan. But NIGO then made the bold move of canceling all wholesale operations, instead focusing all of his energy on a single flagship location in Tokyo. This move quickly resulted in a massive influx of sales, and the fundamental streetwear formula of hype, scarcity, and public spectacle was born. What really helped put BAPE on the map even further was its iconic motifs that became synonymous with the rest of the label's offerings. The renowned BAPE shark hoodie is considered to be one of the most iconic apparel designs within the Bathing Ape line. The shark design is inspired by military artwork that will often be placed on the Japanese nose of fighter planes and battleships. Alongside the BAPE shark hoodie, the brand's iconic cloud camo print has transcended streetwear as a whole, and nods to the Japanese fashion industry's keen interest in military-inspired aesthetics. And I also can't forget to mention the most recent design of the two, Baby Milo.
そうでこれだ。これがポイントかな結構。ね。結構大変でした。大変。これニゴさんが考えたんですか？これそう僕のアイディア。While BAPE was establishing itself as a household name in Japan with its logo t-shirts and camo hoodies, the brand's underground identity was on the verge of transforming into something far more significant. NIGO elevated BAPE's status in 2002 with the introduction of the iconic BAPE sneaker. Drawing clear inspiration from the timeless Nike Air Force One silhouette, the BAPE left a lasting impression with its distinctive lightning ball emanating from a star on the side of the shoe. Crafted in a low-top silhouette, the shoe featured a glossy neon plastic material, quickly gaining popularity among sneaker enthusiasts since the 90s.
For the Re-Up gang, what up? It's Pusha right here. We about to take y'all on an exclusive tour of one of the most sought-after clothing lines in America today, a Bathing Ape. We about to go inside one of his busy workshops. And you know what I'm saying? Let me let y'all know this right now. MTV owes us big for this one, man. They've been trying to get inside of here for a very long time. So they made a call to, you know, us. And then we had to make a call over to Japan. And now y'all getting this exclusive look because of the clips. Let's go. The shoes are like museum pieces, man. We about to try on a few pair. I'm feeling these lavender and purple ones right here, you know what I'm saying? It's not just BAPE, you know what I'm saying? What it is it's the BAPE experience. It's about BAPE everything, from the shoes to the clothes to the shirts to the boxes to the socks. You know what I'm saying? I got BAPE rugs in my house, pillows. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. I can go to like 5, 6, 7 different states, man. I'm not gonna see nobody with these on their feet.
BAPEs became top sellers in the US market, sparking collaborations with notable brands and figures such as Adidas, Kanye West, and even iconic pop culture symbols like SpongeBob SquarePants and DC Comics. Swiftly embraced by the hip-hop community, these shoes have remained a cornerstone for the overall BAPE identity, demonstrating their enduring influence and cultural significance during the time. As the 2000s continued, BAPE gained traction not just in Japan, but all around the globe. NIGO met record producer, rapper, singer, and songwriter Pharrell Williams through Jacob the Jeweler, who noticed the duo's similar taste in jewelry. BAPE's distinct and bright aesthetic aligned seamlessly with Pharrell's personal style. NIGO and Pharrell joined as one, and Pharrell took on an unofficial brand ambassador role for BAPE, which allowed the brand to peak in the hip-hop community. Pharrell would end up playing a critical role in helping a Bathing Ape find success in the West. His influence would help catapult the brand to a newfound level of popularity, hype, and exclusivity.
These are special Bathing Apes, and of course, they are the one-of-ones. These are the only ones of these right now, right? Yeah, man.
And they're in your size, medium?
Yeah, you know what? I wear like the what do you call it? The sample size.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What size is that?
Thank you.
That's very cool.
Right? It's great, right?
Are you gonna wear them?
Of course I'm gonna wear them.
NIGO and Pharrell's joint ventures wouldn't stop there. The duo launched the iconic hip-hop streetwear brands Billionaire Boys Club and Ice Cream in 2003.
This is not the celebration of a music, you know, an entertainer taking on a brand new venture and, you know, pushing his name somewhere. The shoe doesn't say Pharrell anywhere. Doesn't have Virginia on there. Like, you know, when it's anything music affiliated, you know, you see my name and you see where I'm from, and it's not about that. I can't say that our stuff compares to a Sean John or the rest of those, and they're very successful brands. It's just that this is not based on me being an entertainer. This is based on me, you know, fulfilling a childhood dream.
Very, very limited distribution on the product while still maintaining a very aspirational...
Then, in 2007, the notorious video for Soulja Boy's Crank That was released, featuring Soulja Boy wearing a pair of BAPEs along with the line,
"Haters get mad cause I got me some bathing apes."
Other clients who bought into the brand's signature aesthetic at the time included Omarion, Jay-Z, Drake, Tyler the Creator, and Kid Cudi.
Between working at a BAPE store and working at Abercrombie & Fitch, and then how did each shape your personal style?
Working at the Abercrombie & Fitch store, the clothes sucked, and it wasn't like I was like proud to be wearing Abercrombie & Fitch. Like, their jeans were all right, I guess. But when I worked at the BAPE store, that was the first time I was like, oh man, like this is like actually some fresh shit. But like, you know, I was so poor when I got that job. So I didn't own any BAPE prior to working there. So I literally had the same brown Bathing Ape t-shirt and these jeans and these yellow Roadsters. And I had that for like 2 months, that outfit. And I used to ask my coworkers if I could borrow some of their clothes, and they would hold me down and let me borrow a hoodie or two. And working at that store was like the greatest to me. And at that time, like, it was bigger than getting a record deal. Yeah. You know, like, and I really wanted a record deal at that time, you know, but it was like, well, shit, I got the BAPE store, I'm good, you know? Like, it was such a major thing because of what it meant to the culture and what it was. NIGO came to the store with the Teriyaki Boys one time, and I met them. Fast forward all the years later when we did the Complex magazine cover. So it was like this full circle moment.
While BAPE's story would have been incomplete without its rapid launch to success in the US, the brand's newfound popularity also brought forth an extensive set of challenges. The brand's scarcity of products in the US, coupled with BAPE's notably high prices for young Western consumers, resulted in a surge of counterfeit goods saturating the market before the brand could even establish a solid foothold. The sudden and intense explosion of BAPE's popularity meant that it became more of a fad or a passing trend, diverging from the slow and meticulously curated hype that it initially built in Japan. In 2010, the brand fell out of fashion, and BAPE had accumulated a debt exceeding 2.5 billion yen, which is the equivalent of $22.5 million. Consequently, NIGO resigned from his position as the CEO, and in 2011, the brand was acquired by the Hong Kong fashion conglomerates IT for a modest $2.8 million. Over the next 2 years, NIGO stayed with the company to facilitate the transition. He would then introduce his new vintage-inspired label, Human Made, and assume the role of creative director with Uniqlo for the new t-shirt line.
にとっては古いデザインであって、僕は今やってるものはヒューマンメイドであって、逆になんで新しいものを追いかけないんだろうっていうちょっと不思議だなって思うことはよくありますね。別に僕のものを買ってくださいっていうことではないんですけど、やっぱり常に新しいものを追いかけて。
Since being acquired by IT, the brand is no longer as exclusive and unpredictable as it used to be. Once highly sought after rarities such as the BAPE shark hoodies and insulated snow jackets have evolved into perennial pieces featured in every season's collection. Some say the brand's quality has diminished since NIGO left, and loyal fans speculate that once BAPE was sold, the conglomerates diminished the quality of the once iconic brand to cut costs. Although their new designs aren't as highly sought out as the OG pieces, limited edition BAPE products are still a hot commodity in the Hypebeast community.
I've always been after is one of the NIGO handprints he did for Asian magazine. Mainly because it's very rare, and they only did 25 pieces of that t-shirt. So all my stuff is before he left, sold the company. You could really see NIGO's influences in these older pieces, like all the stuff he liked, like the vintage American and all the brands he used to parody, and stuff like the Planet of the Apes, those influence. And he was really a general who could find the best people, the best artists like Futura and Stash, people like that.
Some of the most coveted items include the BAPE Cap condoms and condom carrying case released in 2005, Baby Milo toilet paper originally released in 2007 and was available as a BAPE Mania novelty gift for spending a certain amount of money at BAPE stores, BAPE duct tape released in 2008.
Come here, I'm gonna show you something. We even got the BAPE duct tape, so when we kick in your door and tie your ass up, that way you'll know it's us.
The BAPE Cookie Air Freshener released in 2009, limited to Japan and mailed to BAPE Mania cardholders as a season teaser. And last but not least, BAPE chopsticks, handmade from natural bamboo. These chopsticks were only made available at BAPE exclusive Kyoto back in 2010 as a part of NIGO's workshop. Overall, BAPE's impact on streetwear and the fashion industry as a whole set the tone for how something as small as printing 50 t-shirts a week can grow into something as large as a global lifestyle brand that has crossed over into countless parts of pop culture. So guys, that wraps up our inspiring journey through the history of Bathing Ape. I mean, it's evident that this brand has left an undeniable mark on the world of fashion and street culture. Today, BAPE still continues to thrive as one of the largest streetwear brands in the world. And NIGO's not doing too bad either. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this mini deep dive about the history of Bathing Ape. If you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and leave an ape emoji in the comments. Or leave me a comment letting me know what fashion mogul you want to hear about next. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so we can talk all things fashion. All right guys, see you later. Bye.